Upstate New York, fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Coming up, it's a rematch from last year's AFC wildcard round, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go. Go.
Now the third-year man, Najee Harris. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. You talk about this Miami defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
To throw is Fields. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Jones able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, can't. Chip's clear.
They snap it to Fields. A short one there, caught by Likely. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Flush to his right. And he's got his big tight end here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Hurts. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And it's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. But you look at this defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. On play action, Fields. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Bills hit 3-0 here in the month of September, and they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Back to throw, Fields. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. We're scoreless after 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Off play action, Fields. He'll let this go for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Pass complete on the crossing route. This is Hooper. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
2nd down, here's Hurts. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now inside the 25. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Fields. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points?
Here we go.
I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Touchdown! Najee Harris, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll look to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Fields. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
3rd and long. It's Fields. He'll air this one out from Mims. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Marvin Mims, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
From the 29, Hurts. That is taken in by Hurst. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Dolphins Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and goal from inside the 5. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Here we go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Meanwhile, Fields throws on target to Likely. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus.
And a Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
11. Go.
Now Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A play fake, now Fields to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Second and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Here's 3rd and 6. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
From his own end zone, Fields on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. Right side, there's Likely with it. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I have to imagine it when this play call was dialed up. The first thing that was discussed, protection. Make sure it's max and have everyone in because you want your quarterback to have enough time to let the receiver get downfield and throw it up and let him go get it. Otherwise, you're risking a safety in your own end zone.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. At their own 31-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard. Here's Madison running left. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Right on the coverage, we just saw him break out on 3rd down. Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go,
the Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Fields now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
To throw is Fields. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Again, Fields. And that is incomplete.
There is something into a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
EQ! One strike. Out, let's go. Out. Tonight.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Bills! Terry McLaurin, 39 yards. And the Bills are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth-quarter advantage. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they worked this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And Hurts is intercepted. His 3rd of the game. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Fields on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And this one is incomplete.
If you're going to take a shot downfield, 2nd and 1 is a perfect time to do it. If you're going to be in heavy run defense, you should have good windows to throw it downfield.
And it looked like there was something there right after the snap, but the defense able to recover.
Hey, can't. Right.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Fields. Under a heavy rush and down he goes. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Fields. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Adams from 13 yards out. And the Bills are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Third and 8. Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Daxton Hill picks it off. He's to the 15. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now will be 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them. And
my goodness, another interception. It's Deonte Banks with it. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Harris running straight ahead. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to. Because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
Phillips now from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Joey Porter Jr. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now a first down carry for Harris. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on